What else do I have here in my chapter that I should probably highlight? Again, this is work in progress, so I'm not going to read it to you. It'll be in the book. But one of the points that I've talked about in here is the notion of a sigma, which is often portrayed as a lone wolf, the kind of guy that doesn't need validation or group affiliation. Now, I find that interesting because a lot of people will be like sigma, sigma, sigma. They'll throw it in the comments, and I'll be like, okay, well, that's interesting. And then, they use the notion of a lone wolf, but wolves aren't lone, and lone wolves don't live very long. Wolves are pack animals. There's a hierarchy. I think that the notion of a sigma, personally, is like romanticized by people that are unplugged. They may be an alpha, but they don't have friends. Like, they don't have a network that they can rely on. And I can tell you from my own experience, as an introvert, you're not going to get very far in life as an introvert. Very few are able to do it. You want to go out and live in the middle of the woods in the Yukon. I've seen some really good examples of like Sigma type characters. There's documentaries out there on, I can't remember the guy's last name, but it was Richard something. He built like this life up in, I think, was he the Yukon or the Northwest Territory, wherever it was, middle of nowhere, up in the freaking woods in the cold, built a log cabin, lived there for 40 years. They documented the whole thing, but it's like, he doesn't like people, right? And if you don't like people, then why would you want to find a tribe, right? So there's no tribe of Sigmas. Your tribe of Sigmas is a tribe of unplugged alphas. It's basically what it is. And they're a gang. They have a network. They rely on each other. They hold each other accountable, that sort of stuff. So, like the truth of the matter really is wolves really are pack animals, and they're always going to form like a hierarchical gang or tribe, if I can put it that way. And that's just the way it is. So those are all the main points that I wanted to pull out of this chapter and sort of touch on, for the sake of that gentleman's ask and for the brevity of the show. I wanted to keep it tight for you guys. But yeah, that's what I got for you, gents. So you want a tribe, you want a gang, you want to find like-minded men, as our friend said in the comments earlier on that post. They're out there, and you will find them. And I encourage you to do so. But again, if you've watched my stuff and you know me and you like me and you trust me, why wouldn't you want to get on the inside of my tribe, of my gang, of my community, whatever it is that you want to call that group? There's all kinds of different names you can label on it, but that's what it is. We do regular shit. If you like doing cool shit with cool people, join the higher tiers. If you want more of an online presence at a lower cost, join the lower tiers. One of the cool things that we do within the community is if you've joined a lower tier and you want to move up to another tier or move into one that gives you the option to meet with other people and come out and do in real life events, the calendar is on the pages. You can always ask Moff, hey, what's coming up? He's working on another one for Formula One event in Las Vegas later on this year. So there's there's literally almost something happening every month, if not every 2 months. There's usually about 8 to 10 calendar events per year now. Some of them are recurring, like the Algonquin is kind of like a test. I was talking to Moff about relabeling that, like the test or the challenge or something of that nature, because it's difficult. And there's lots of elements of training and mindset that are dealt with during the event, along with the surprises that come along the way. We had to mount a search and rescue for, something that just sort of pops up in life, as you're out doing these things. So these tests are really important. So there's all that. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense to you guys. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up on that note. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast episode. I will be on the road for the next few days, so I won't be on Moff's General's call, but he'll be on that. And I probably won't be around for next week's cast because I have another rally coming after that where I'm going down to the States. But I'm going to record it, kind of make a vlog sort of story and tell you a little bit more about it. And like I said earlier on the show, when I showed you my new YouTube channel just under Richard Cooper, that's where I'm going to put all the car content. So it's separated from the, the stuff that's all on entrepreneurs and cars, where I'm just sort of talking about squaring away your head now, because I've bolted my GoPro to the windshield long enough that that's kind of what you expect from that channel. All right, guys, have an awesome one. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.